Hi, welcome, and thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm the creator, Aisazans, of Artistry and Harmony on Webtoons and Tapas. Today I'm talking about shadow work and creative blocks as I draw my webcomic. If you're shy about putting your work out there or doubt your ideas, I want you to know that you're not alone. I struggled for many years with self-doubt and insecurity when it came to pursuing my dreams. I often letting others determine what I should do with my life. I kept thinking I wasn't good enough, that I needed approval from my social circles to feel safe and belonging, and that my work had to be absolutely perfect before I could publish it. Little did I know, all of these thoughts were just childhood conditioning, patterns that hindered my growth and prevented me from living authentically. For years, I struggled and suffered with imposter syndrome, an inferiority complex, and crippling anxiety. I chased achievements and external validation, neglected self-care, and eventually hit some major rock bottom and creative blocks. I felt completely lost. I had no idea what to do with my life, my skills, or how to make money to support myself. Growing up, I was taught that accolades, external success, and money in the bank determines my self-worth. And I regarded emotions as weak, useless, and messy. Just like my main character, Vivian, I struggled with anxiety, overthinking, and negative self-talk. Then I came across Dr. Elaine Aron's book, The Highly Sensitive Person, and everything finally started to make sense. Why I struggled with sensitivity in a world that values productivity and dismisses emotions. And why I've always felt like I don't belong, see things differently, and get easily overwhelmed. Now, I'm not claiming I'm special or better than anyone else, nor am I saying that people who aren't HSPs are bad. I simply want to say that we're all made differently. I happen to be an HSP, and it's my responsibility to make peace with myself so I can use my sensitivity to bring value to the world. If you grew up in a family that shamed sensitivity or dismissed emotions, I feel your pain. Being dismissive of feelings isn't a healthy way to live. Emotions are meant to be felt. They help us understand ourselves and choose what truly works for us. During childhood, it's a parent's responsibility to help a child feel safe, secure, and like they belong. But if a child grows up in an environment that discourages self-expression, they often become disconnected from their bodies and emotions. Seeking approval just to feel seen or valued can lead to the creation of a false self, one designed to please others in order to feel safe. This creates self-abandonment, and all those unexpressed feelings and desires get pushed into what we call the shadow. The concept of the shadow comes from Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst. He described it as the unconscious part of the personality that holds repressed desires, instincts, and perceived weaknesses. These are the parts of ourselves we don't acknowledge or accept, just like a child's feelings and desires might be dismissed by their caregivers, culture, or society. As adults, it's our responsibility to explore and integrate these shadows, to heal, develop stronger self-awareness, and grow. Over the past few years, I've taken time to grieve, heal, and integrate the suppressed part of myself. All the childhood conditioning, societal pressure, and self-abandonment came back in the form of health issues, mental illness, and challenges in every area of my life. But after going through therapy, of course, and trying different healing methods, I made it through the growing pains and came out on the other side with a more balanced and authentic sense of self. I think many of us grew up with similar conditioning to get good grades, achieve a high-paying job, get married, buy a house, have children, and retire at old age. But with that societal happiness paradigm, we often don't stop to ask, is this right for me? As for me, my HSP nature told me that wasn't how I want to live, to repeat the same cycle every day until retirement. So I began a long journey of self-discovery and healing. It really comes down to self-awareness and self-responsibility. So if you're feeling stuck, dissatisfied, or struggle with life, like my main character Vivian, it might be a good idea to do some shadow work and reflect on your beliefs and values. Some ways I recommend include therapy, mindfulness meditation, and daily journaling. Journaling helps you track your moods, reactions, and triggers, which you can explore more deeply. I like to find journal prompts on Pinterest to help me reflect more deeply on my beliefs and why I feel or think a certain way. You can also use AI tools like ChatGPT to ask for prompts. For example, give me 10 journal prompts to explore my beliefs around money, romantic relationships, or health. Through shadow work, I realized I was suppressing a lot of sadness and anger, mostly related to family dynamics and intergenerational trauma. I read tons of personal development books, watched YouTube videos, and consumed content on self-help, childhood development, psychology, and more. With that awareness, I rediscovered my childhood dream of writing my own story, which is how my webcomic came to life. Sometimes, creative blocks or feelings of being stuck are signs for us to pause, look inward, and reconnect with ourselves to understand what we really need. If you're feeling stagnant, blocked, or unfulfilled, I highly recommend doing shadow work, whether with a trusted therapist, supportive friends, or on your own. You deserve to live a more fulfilling life where you enjoy what you do, enjoy healthy relationships, and share your gift with the world. I hope sharing my journey encourages you to become more authentic, become the best version of yourself, and fulfill any dreams you may have. As for my webcomic, it's still unfolding and making progress. If you're into slow burn romance, character development, and stories centered around social change, consider checking out Artistry and Harmony on Webtoons and Tapas. I'll link it in the video description below. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourself and be brave enough to create the life you wish to live. Until next time, take care and I'll see you in the next video.